What's going on, guys? Welcome to GregglesTV Daily, your source for daily tech news. Make sure you subscribe so you know what's going on in the world of tech. Today was a huge leak day for the Galaxy S8. VentureBeat got their hands on a live shot, photo, leak, screenshot, whatever you want to call it, of the Galaxy S8. And we have tons of specs on this that we kind of had and now we fully have. We even see the fingerprint sensor. We see everything. I want to go through all the specs and let you know my opinion on all of this and where it practically stands at this point. Let's talk about the processor, Snapdragon 835. Now, that is the best processor, or for Android anyway, that you can possibly get. Snapdragon 835, no surprise there. It will be in the Galaxy S8. Let's talk about size next. 5.8 and 6.2 inch screens, both with curved edges, no flat model at all. 5.8, 6.2, that's huge. This phone right here is a flat phone. It's the Galaxy, the Pixel XL, and this has a 5.7 inch screen. The Galaxy S8 is gonna have a 5.8 and 6.2, so bigger than this and then even bigger than this. So 6.2 and 5.8 are huge screens. They're curved, obviously it'll probably fit well in your hand, so I'm excited about the screen size. They will be Quad HD, meaning 1440p, same as what we've had the last couple of generations with the Galaxy phones. Previously, there was rumors that the front of the phone would have 90% screen to body ratio. It's actually looking like it's gonna be 83%, which is less than the 90% that we were hearing earlier. 83 is still a really good number, but it's definitely not as high as the 90%. Also, release date, we're looking at this being announced on March 29th. That was kind of floating around. Now it looks like it's kind of being confirmed at this point. March 29th, looking like the announcement, and then a couple weeks later would be the release date. That's probably where the April 15th has been floating around. So look for this phone to actually be able to be purchased in the middle of April. Next up, let's talk about RAM and storage. You're looking at 4 gigabytes of RAM in each of these models, which is the same amount of RAM we've had in the Galaxy Note 7 and also the S7, S7 Edge. For Samsung phones, I personally, this is one of the bad things about this phone, I think they need more RAM, especially here in America. These phones in America, for some of us, I know, me included, it lags. And if the software is not optimized, it's gonna lag again. I have 4 gigabytes in my Pixel XL, it runs beautifully, no issues at all. But with a Samsung phone, with all those layers of software that they have on it, the skin that they have on it, there's so much on there that sometimes it lags and it's dreadful. So that is very disappointing. I was hoping for 6 or 8 gigabytes of RAM in there to make this phone really snappy. So I hope that they optimize Nougat on this so that it just is beautifully kind of slim feeling, but also have that layer of software and pieces of software that we all love. Storage, 64 gigabytes. This is another area I think that they're missing out on. Sure, it's gonna come with the micro SD, but the problem with that is 64 gigabytes of storage can go really quick. I think 128, especially on a flagship phone, should be the bottom mark that they release. 64 gigabytes is definitely better than what they had on the last S7, S7 Edge, which was 32 gigabytes, but 64 gigabytes still not that impressive. Battery, 3,000 milliamps for the 5.8 version and 3,500 milliamps for the 6.2. I'm definitely without a doubt going for the 6.2. To say that I have a 6.2 inch phone in my hand and it actually probably will not be uncomfortable to hold, I think is a big thing these days. And obviously the bigger the screen, you can enjoy the videos you watch, the websites you're looking at. It's just an overall better experience. And obviously when you're getting 500 more milliamps of battery, it's definitely the way to go. Next up, the buttons on the phone. There's no home button, which we already kind of know, so you use on-screen buttons for that. The fingerprint sensor is on the back of the phone, which is fine. I love that. Where it's placed, I don't love so much. It's literally right next to the camera, so you're gonna definitely foggy up, blurry your camera, I know, with the grease on your finger or whatever, the sweat, whatever's on the bottom of your damn finger, you're gonna mess that up. I think it's placed in a bad way. Maybe I'll be wrong when I actually hold the phone. I'll be like, oh, perfect, it's in a great spot. But to me, I think it's in an incorrect position. I think it should either be below the camera or the camera should be moved up somewhere else. But regardless, I think that's a bad placing of the fingerprint sensor. USB Type-C, it will have no big surprise there because that was in the Galaxy Note 7, so not a huge surprise there. Headphone jack still there, cool to see that. The cameras on the front and the back still don't have any megapixel improvement. 8 on the front, 12 on the back. The one on the back, the camera will have that Bixby kind of search feature that you can have, so that when you take a picture of something, it's gonna tell you what it is or give you more info on it. So that's gonna be built into the camera. We kind of already knew about that, but it's interesting to see. The other big tidbit with this is the price. The price is gonna be $100 more versus the previous generation. So it's gonna be $799 for the 5.8 and $899 for the 6.2 inch, which is not a big surprise. The screens are larger, and I think that's where they put a lot of the cost where it's gonna be on this phone. Obviously it has new components and things like that, but overall, the phone is definitely exciting. I'm still excited about it. I'm not as excited about it as I previously was due to a couple of things. One being the RAM. I said it before, the RAM definitely needs to be higher. This phone lags sometimes, and that's just a big turnoff to me. Battery, the batteries are decent. I think 3,500 milliamps is good because, you know, this Pixel XL, I get all day battery life. As long as I get all day battery life, I'm completely fine with that. And then again, the other pain point is the storage. I love having the micro SD, don't get me wrong, but having only 64 gigabytes of storage is kind of a turnoff, especially when you see iPhones having 32, 128, and 256, and this is supposed to be competing against the iPhone. It's kind of a step down. I'm hoping that rumor's wrong, the 64 gigabytes, and I hope the 4 gigabytes is wrong, but it looks like it's completely right so far with what we got. The phone looks beautiful. It looks like the last generation, which is not a bad thing. It's a very good looking phone. The price doesn't bother me at all because I'll be paying on payments. I don't really care. It's gonna be what, $3 more a month, $5 at the most. It's not gonna hurt you that big a deal with what you pay already now. So very exciting, guys. A huge leak that VentureBeat left out to us, so that is awesome. So you can see what it looks like. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, if it's gonna still be a phone that you wanna get, or if it's a phone that you're a little bit turned off by now, knowing some of the specs. Let me know your comments and your thoughts about the Galaxy S8 below. That is your question of the day. My product of the day is the SoundPal Cube F1. It's a cute little 5-watt speaker. You can probably bring it anywhere you want. It's not waterproof, but it sounds really, really good, and it's really cheap. I think you can get it as low as like 10 bucks. Bluetooth auxiliary, has micro SD. You can do tons of stuff with it. Sounds really cool. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. I do this every single day, so if you want your tech news, come to GregglesTV. See you guys down the road. Peace.